I mean, I feel like we might as well get into it. Let's talk about how to get some money. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I go by the Nurse Scientist, and if you're new here, welcome. I hope you stay and you come back for future videos. And of course, if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe so that way you won't miss any of my future videos. So in today's video, I really wanted to touch on everything funding your education as far as school goes, particularly nursing school. I feel like this is the most requested video that I have received as far as how can I pay for school. I can't use any more loans, or I don't want to use loans, or how do I go about finding scholarships. So I'm hoping that in this video, that first I don't make it 2 hours long, but I provide some really good recommendations to help you on your path to finding you some money, so that way you can go to school and be successful and become a bomb nurse. I think first I would like to address the fact that I can't address every single scholarship that there is out there. I'm hoping that this is just a short, brief insight to get you started. I even wrote down some notes so I won't forget anything. Some recommendations that I would throw out there before we even jump into the midst of everything that I've written down is to start early. Make sure you start early. Don't start looking for scholarships the day before, excuse me, the day before classes start. Like, start way before the semester starts. Really do your research. There's money out there, and a lot of it goes untouched because people just may not know how to locate it, or they don't know where to start. Also, I would say start local first. So I live in North Carolina, so I would start just looking at the resources that my state has for me, or even more local than that, go by county, before you go for those big national or even international scholarships. Because when you think about it, you're competing with less people the more local you go. When you open yourself up to national and international scholarships, you have more competition. And I feel like the less competition, the more chances of you getting the scholarship. Also, I can't stress this enough, is for you to do your research. I'm only providing very minimal insight or recommendations as far as locating funds for your education. There's no way, I mean, I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I have received a few scholarships that helped me fund my education, and I'm just sharing those with you. But in no way am I like some expert at finding resources or finding scholarships. So the very first type of scholarship that I think everybody should really look at are those scholarships that fall under the category of scholarship loan or loan forgiveness programs. Those scholarships are really great because they help fund your education, and in return, once you finish school, the way that you repay those loans or scholarships are through service. And so actually one of the very first scholarships that I received was through a program in North Carolina. It was like the Nurse Scholars Program. I'll definitely make sure to put all the information in the description box. But for every year that this program provided me funds for my education, I had to work as a nurse in North Carolina. So I believe they gave me funds for maybe 2 years. And so with that, I had to work full-time, or you could work part-time. It would just take you longer to pay off the loan. But if you work full-time, 1 year full-time as a nurse was equivalent to 1 year of then funding my education. And actually, I've looked at the website, and they've made some changes from when I applied for it. But however, if you're doing like a certificate or an associate program for nursing, you get a maximum of like $6,000. A bachelor's and a master's, you get a maximum of $20,000. And for any doctoral degree, you get a maximum of $56,000. So that's a lot of money to go towards paying for your education. And this program is also open to other healthcare or allied health fields. And so that will definitely be an area if you're interested in like physical therapy, occupational therapy, anywhere else in the allied health arena. You should definitely look into those type of programs, and I'll make sure to put it down in the description box. So the next type of scholarship that's kind of like under that loan forgiveness slash scholarship loan program is it's a scholarship program that I wish I would have known about. It's the Nurse Corps Scholarship. I just want somebody that I know or that's watching this to apply and get it. It sounds amazing. So pretty much what it does is it provides you with full tuition. It pays for all your educational fees as far as like books and all your requirements for school. And then on top of that, it gives you like a monthly stipend for you to live off of. It sounds amazing. And so with this scholarship, it's kind of like the one that I just discussed, where for every year that you receive it, you just return, you pay it back or repay through your service. So through working in an underserved area with your nursing degree. So this is open to all degrees of nursing. So associate degree, bachelor's degree, master's, and doctorate degrees. So this is, I feel like this is one of the best scholarship programs that I've seen out there. And the great thing is it's still open. I think the deadline's like June 14th, but if you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting about this on my Instagram because I just really want somebody to get this scholarship. So next we can talk a little bit about loan forgiveness program, kind of branching off of the scholarship loan programs. So with loan forgiveness programs, what you do is it's almost in the same realm. In exchange for service, you have a program that's willing to pay back some of your loans that you've taken out during school. So this is actually a great option, I believe, for those of us who just cannot find any scholarship or did not receive any scholarships, but still, have to take out loans to be able to fund that education. But now you find yourself in a situation where you're working and you don't want all your checks to go towards repaying your loans. And especially if you're in the field like nursing or any health or medical profession field, this would be a great opportunity for you to in return of your service, you have a portion of your loans forgiven. So actually there's a YouTuber on here by the name of Nurse Lotta. I will link her video down below where she went into detail as to how she was a recipient of this loan forgiveness or loan repayment program, and she actually was able to receive I believe a total of like $110,000 towards repaying back her loans. And so I'm not sure if she was or she was anyway, I'll link her video down below, but there's a way for you to get $110,000 towards paying back your loan. She actually does a really great job at explaining or breaking it down because she was actually a recipient of this program. So make sure you watch that video down below. And also I'll put some more information down just explaining this repayment program further. A lot of times people don't know exactly where to find some of these scholarships. And so something that I've talked about, especially if you follow me on Instagram, at the Nurse Scientist, is the Johnson&Johnson Discover Nursing website. This website is full of such great resources, just if you don't know what nursing is, to just informing you on new things and updates. And it's just a wonderful website with full of resources. And one of the resources that I found helpful is the Find Your Scholarship portion of the website. So I just Googled Johnson&Johnson Discover Nursing, and it takes you straight to a link that says Find Your Scholarship. And when you click on that, it takes you to a page that has over 300 scholarships available for you. You can also customize it maybe according to your GPA. If you have a lower GPA, you also have levels of education that you can click to make sure it meets your need, race and ethnicity, and also location. So I hope this helps. And so when I was actually just playing with it, there was a scholarship that popped up that seemed very interesting. It's actually through TYLENOL giving out money. So it's the TYLENOL, what is it called? TYLENOL Future Care Scholarship. And so with that, they're giving out 10 $10,000 scholarships, and 30 $5,000 scholarships. And so actually that deadline is not until June 28th. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and apply for it. I did want to add that sometimes, you know, you have to get the loan, and that's okay. Not everybody gets the scholarship, and that's fine too. I think nursing is such a great profession to go into, and that it's really an area where you have job security. You're almost guaranteed a job when you graduate. And so I think if you have to get that loan, get that loan. There are programs out there like the loan forgiveness programs that I mentioned. And also if you work for certain hospitals that have tuition reimbursements where they will pay you a certain amount for going back to school. There's just so many different options available to help alleviate some of the burden of the financial burden that's placed on us through, you know, advancing our education. It's okay to get that loan. Sometimes that's what you have to do, and you shouldn't beat yourself up for it. And in the meantime of getting that loan, maybe you have to get a loan for the first semester, but you already start planning for that second semester, applying for other scholarships, so that way you won't have to continue that loan. You know, sometimes that's what we have to do. In the future, I definitely want to do a video on applying to some of these scholarships, because I think people get discouraged because some of the scholarships that are really worth it, and I'm not talking about the ones where you just have to write like a 200-word essay, but there are scholarships out there that are like lengthy. They want multiple essays. They want multiple letters of recommendations. They want you to do a lot. It's a process. And so people get discouraged and they get tired and they don't want to really put in the effort. But if you really want that money, spend time and dedicate time to really be thorough and make sure you present or submit a very competitive and a very strong scholarship application. And so in a separate video, I want to maybe walk through. So let me know below if that's something that you guys would be interested in. I want to walk through applying for a scholarship, because I think sometimes people underestimate the length of time to prepare a quality application. And so when they go and maybe they try to do a last minute, they realize how difficult it is, and then they give up. And so then that money just sometimes just sits there and nobody touches it. That is all that I have for you guys. I feel like there's just so much that I could talk about in regards to scholarship, because I don't know if this is like a nerd moment, but I look up scholarships for fun, just because there's so much money out there. There's so much money out there. But yeah, I hope you guys found this to be somewhat insightful, and the resources that I list in my description box, I hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys find, funding for your programs. I know it can be very difficult, but I hope this video is like a great starting point to point you in the right directions. Before you go, I'm gonna tell you to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I hope that you will tune back in on my next video. And please, if you have any more questions or any suggestions, comment it down below. If questions, I'll make sure I answer them to the best of my ability, or provide you resources to guide you in the right direction. All right, so until next time, bye.